And there we are. There we are. There we are. We are here live again this week. I'm Jim McLaughlin. Great to have you with us, and we're looking forward to another great show. We have Byrds, Muscle Movers, up with us tonight, and we're looking forward to hearing about his business and all that he is about and how he came into being. I wanted to mention a couple things because I've probably been neglect in not talking about some of the meat of the show and what we want to. What you'll be hearing me talk about on a number of times. And so I wanted to just quickly point out that, we really are about identifying the right techniques, the ways in which a business should be setting itself up, building its business plan, any of the elements that go with that. And there's a good starting point, a checklist, I'll call it, that we published onto our website, Chester Masterminds. .com, that you can see that if you look for a business canvas, you'll find that. But the real thing is that I want you to clue in and cue in on the language that we use around this, so that you're hearing the same things. And when we have opportunities for chat and other things, you're participating in the dialogue. And so I want to quickly just review that for just a second. We talk in business planning first and foremost about who the customer is and what it is that you are offering to a particular customer. No matter what it is you're doing, it matters who the customer is and how you are helping them to do something better, something more efficiently than they could have before. And so we'll also incorporate with that the relationship that we build with a customer. That sometimes we call those channels. There's other ways in which we build a relationship. There are different ways that you find customers, different ways that you will ultimately interact with them in terms of how do you deliver your service, how you deliver your product. That's what the relationship ultimately is referring to. And then once we've kind of identified the customer, we have to think about what's our value proposition. What is the thing that we're actually doing that makes a difference in a way that is better than our competition or otherwise. And so you'll hear me talking about some of these things like value proposition, both in numeric terms, in terms of dollars, but also in qualitative terms around, how fast can you do something? How much better are you able to do something than say a competitor? Clearly, we like to hear about the key activities, the things that your business actually does. Where do you add value in taking some resources, either be people or raw materials or something, and making something for your customer? And then every business needs a network or a partnership network that allows it to interact with all of the what we call the supply chain, and who you have as partners matters a lot, because you want it to reflect your own business. You want them to be providing you quality products and services in support of your business, and so those key partners can be an important aspect of any business setup. And then, of course, last is how is a business actually going to make money? What is it going to do to bring cash through the door in different revenue streams or other ways? So those are some of the key things. One overarching perspective as well is what we call externalities. These are like one big externality that we're all undergoing right now is the pandemic. It has had a major impact on how businesses operate in so many ways. That is something that is out of our control. No business plan can generally plan for such a thing, but they are realities that we have to accommodate. And so we have to consider those as we lay out our business as well. So we're going to move forward. I'm here to welcome and invite into the show now Uncle P, Jean-Pierre, to join me and say, hey, how you doing?
Hey everybody, how you doing? How you feeling tonight?
How's the business going?
I'm good. I'm the business. I thought you was asking me how I'm doing. How's the business?
Well, I
business as always is chugging along, man. Chugging down the train tracks. I think we're picking up speed, right? The amount of people that are here to help, right, is increasing. I'm losing my ace in the hole. The person that's been supportive of the station and of the things that I need done this week. She's going out for breast cancer surgery. My prayers are with her, right, as she recovers. But I gotta keep moving. We have to keep moving, right? We absolutely. I gotta stop saying I, right? I gotta stop saying I. But we have to keep moving. We have to keep on lifting up those rocks and seeing what's underneath. Absolutely, what's underneath. So I'm definitely I'm excited for what's up next. Sitting here doing this right now. It's Raise-a-thon. Everybody knows about the Raise-a-thon. We did it once before. We're going to do it again in August. But enjoying you, right? Enjoying the information that you give me and the things that you pour into me, right? Is absolutely awesome. So I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited.
So one of the things that radio stations really care about is listenership, and I happen to know that your numbers are starting to grow very nicely. I mean, I've seen personally, because I'm privy to it, and I don't mind. I don't think we should mind sharing these with the public because your numbers have gone up 10%. You're already hitting on a regular basis well over 10,000, and on special events 30 to 70,000 people listening in on things that are going on the station. There you are touching a lot of heads, but the numbers of people who are regularly following everything that the station is doing grew by 10%, and that's only in a couple months, which means you're growing well over 50% per year. If you add it all up, that is a monumental growth rate, and every business likes to see that. So you're doing something right.
And that's since the beginning, right? That's since the radio station started. We have our influx during basketball and football season when we're covering the lives and everything like that. But, since the station has started, we really see a 50% growth, right? In 3 years, we're at 10,000 people, right? We're almost at 4 years. So, I was hoping to be at like 12 to 15 by the end of this year, and hopefully we can get there, right? I think we can get there.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't make that. I absolutely not. Your growth rate is doing really well, and people need to know that there are more and more people who are connecting in. The demographics are looking great. You're reaching out to people who are able to engage with the community at all different levels, from a business perspective, from a community engagement perspective, from schools and other things. I mean, you are pulling in the demographics that cut across all that. I don't want to get too far into it because I know we're keeping.
We got a guest. We got a guest.
But we want to talk about business, and your business is as important as anybody's in this, and it's great to know that you're doing so well. So. We're up, and so Will's going to come in now. Let's say hello to Will Byrd. Hey, how you doing? Will Byrd III.
How you doing, man?
How you doing? Will Byrd III of Muscle Movers, and we are excited to have you. You are an individual with some unique talents that we're going to show some people later on. But right off the bat, why don't you tell us a little bit of your background and how you got into being in the moving business?
Well, I started it when I was 19, and we had a recession in 2008, so I started driving tractor trailer when I turned 21. So I've been driving tractor trailer 14 years, and I've been going to company after company after company. I couldn't last more than a year at a job. So I got tired
because they were laying off,
and I'm a single father of 5 kids. So I've been taking care of my kids, and been like we was homeless a year and a half ago. Me and my daughters and my kids, and we was in U-Haul, and I finally got a little tractor trailer job. I got fired from that job, and I told myself I ain't going homeless again, not with my kids. So I got fired because I was too tired on the job because they was working me long hours, and I got to come home, cook, clean, and everything, make sure my kids is good, homework is done. So I pulled over, make a little long story short. The helper that I had called the cop. Took a picture and sent it to the office. They fired. So I told myself, God, I went to God, and I started praying, crying out to God. I said, I don't want to do this no more, God. I said, I want my own business. And then he gave me an idea to start my moving company. And I said, God, I don't want to fail. He said, you're not going to fail this time, son. I'm going to take care of you. So I had a little pickup truck. I took my pickup truck, and I started scrapping, and I started passing flyers out, and I started praying and crying out God, and then God started opening up doors for me. And then all of a sudden, he gave me an idea to come up with Byrd Muscle Mover. And next thing I know, I started I started realizing people need help out here. You know, people can't do a lot of stuff. I could do handyman stuff, and then people need people. Sometimes people working long hours. They need a cooker or somebody to cook for them, or they need somebody to help them clean their house because they don't feel like doing it. And I felt like God using me to do that help people do that for a very affordable price because people are, a lot of these large companies are charging outrageous prices, and the economy ain't doing so well. So I felt like I want to be able to help people out here that's having trouble as a single parent out here and it really needs help, just like me. So I asked God to use my talents, and then not only that, I do gymnastics. So I know people like stuff like that. So I wanted to do that, make people smile. And that's what I wanted to do. And God gave it to me, and my business been going through the roof.
Well, that's great. That's great to hear. So what's the way that you find customers? What is the biggest method that you use?
Well, what I do is I started out with Facebook, and then I did home advice. And Facebook, I just started ripping stuff apart, and people like seeing crazy stuff, ripping stuff apart, and then I got muscles. I like muscles, so I rip stuff apart, and then I show my muscles, and then I do a backflip, and they be like, "Oh, so now that's something different," And I did all that in one because I wanted something different, not the same old stuff that you see all the time. So I was like, and I was like, "Hey, Bird Muscle Movers, I'm here to rip your stuff out clean, cool." And then, it brings women attention because you see this strong black man with these muscles ripping stuff apart. So, they're like, "Man, I need a guy like that, a handyman like that. Let me call him," So that's why I came up with the idea.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you said you also have your CDL, right? So
Yes, sir.
That helps too, right?
Yes, sir. I got two commercial trucks, 26-foot box trucks.
Do you own them now or you rent them?
Yeah, I own it. I pay cash money for it. I work real hard, and I just pay cash money for it. Save my money and pay cash money.
Well, that's outstanding. So I think you're exhibiting a story that happens a lot. You'll start small, you'll get something going, you'll make some money, and you accumulate it, and then you start expanding and growing. I mean, I sent you the video that Cameron Harold did, who does 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and he's now a billionaire. But he did the same thing. He did exactly the same thing. You start small, you build out, and in his case, he had a great brand. But in your case, you got a great brand too. I mean, you are showing people your energy. You're showing people that you want to have fun while you do this, and that's great. That's great. What was involved in getting the CDL? How much time does that take? How much money? I'm just interested for other people who might want to do that at some point.
I mean, it's good money in the business because everybody needs help out. It depends on the type of job you do and how you price it. I mean, you can't overprice people because people, don't like to spend a whole lot of money on things, household stuff. You try to be affordable so they can use you all the time. You know what I mean? So that's why I come with the price, and the price is pretty good. Sometimes you can make $1,000 a day. I mean, it depends on you as a person. If you're energized to go get it, you can go get it. And people need and people need each other out here to help each other. That's how we go around. I mean, the world goes round.
Absolutely. So do you also have relationships? I mean, we'll talk a little bit about the network that you have of clients. Do you have steady clients like construction companies or others that you work with?
Well, I usually work with residential people and realtors. And then I also have clients with Ashley Furniture and Bob Furniture. So they call me up too. And I usually deal with a lot of single people that needs help in their household. Because there's a lot of people out here that need help, that work a lot of hours. And, and not only that, you got OCD people that, don't like clutter. And I want to come in there and get that clutter out, clean it up, make you smile. And that makes me feel good inside to see another person smile that somebody else came in to help them for affordable price.
Right. Awesome. So, do you stay pretty busy all the time? I mean, are you pretty much busy day in, day out? I mean, weekends, everything?
Yes, I have 7 days a week. I usually get about maybe 5 to 6 calls a day, sometimes 10 calls. A lot of people are doing a lot of clean outs, moving. Need a handyman because I'm a very great handyman. I put patch holes, drywall. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll move furniture around, organize your house, whatever you need me to do to make you feel comfortable. That's what Byrd Muscle Mover will do. And hit a backflip for you.
Did you have a question, P?
Yeah, I had to mute my when you first started this, you mentioned that you were praying to God. Do you find it difficult now to be able to tell people who helped you through your hardship? Right? Do you find it to be like you're preaching to people, or are you're excited about talking about that?
Well, I find it that I'm just I want to share my testimony. It's not like really preaching. I just want to share a story because there's a lot of people out here going through rough times. And I want to tell them my rough times and how God got me out by going to him and telling him what I'm going through and asking God. And he helps us all the time, no matter what. When your back is against the wall, God will get you out no matter what. All you got to do is call on him, and he does it. And that's what he did for me, because I was stuck down in Jacksonville with my daughters in the U-Haul, and we had no food, no money, no nothing. And I started crying out to God. I put the gospel music, I cried out. And then next thing you know, he started talking in my brain. He told me to get out. And I did. And I asked the truck stop, we ain't had no food. I asked for some free pizza. Some pizza. They gave it to me. Then somebody else gave me a lottery ticket. There's some money. Then next thing you know, they said, God was like, he was all in my head. He was like, start asking for money. And I don't like asking for money. I like to get my own. So I started asking for money, man. I made over $1,000 in 2 hours. And I took that $1,000. I came back. I drove all the way back up north to Delaware, and I ended up getting a tractor trailer job that fits my schedule, so I could take care of my daughters. Because being a full-time single father, it's hard. It's hard to take care. I have a job around the schedule for your children, especially as a truck driver.
Right, absolutely.
So that I ended up coming back up to Delaware. I got a free babysitter. She blessed me. She said, "Will, get on your feet." I got the job, and then I got a 90-day free hotel voucher to stay in there until I get on my feet. And man, I got the job. Everything starting out 21 an hour, was making over $1,000 a week, and I got a house. The IRS gave me $11,000, and then after that, I got a job. And I got fired, and then I just started my business, and I just kept praying and asking God to take steps for me.
Absolutely, I think in businesses, people think
I'm here today.
They think that they did it on their own. Like when you have something that's been ordained by God, or a purpose that's been put in your life, right? You just have to do it. You have to allow it to make room for itself. Like you said, if your dream will make room for itself. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So I'm super proud for you. I'm happy for your daughters, right, that you're able to have a house. But what are you doing outside of Byrd Muscle Mover, right? You're taking your son with you, right? We got a video we're going to show of that in a couple seconds. But you're taking your son with you, and you're imprinting success on his life. You're showing him how to be successful. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel wonderful, because I didn't have a father in my life like that. And I always told myself that I wanted to be a wonderful father to my kids, because I've been through trouble as a teen growing up. And, I just told myself I would never want my son to follow this path that I went through. And now I fight hard for him to have a great education, and my daughters also, and learn how to get out here and find a great hustle that's legit and doing the right thing and helping people out here. And I really want that for my son, and I want to change the generational curse.
Right. We have Linda Alexander. She asked, "What city and state are you in?"
Oh, I'm in Elkton, Maryland.
Elkton, Maryland. Right.
Well, yeah, I found you because you were also advertising into the Chester area. So are you come that far up to do work?
Oh man, I come all the way down to Virginia, Philadelphia, it don't matter. I will come to California. I'll fly right to you. It don't matter where you're at. I'll come right to you.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's so. Are you? Sure? I mean, I saw your son. So wait a minute. Why don't we show the video, and that way we'll all see what's going on, and we'll come back and we'll talk about what you do with teaching your kids. How about that? Because I think that's a really important message that we have for the show as well. We want to teach our kids.
Absolutely.
So we'll do that by that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Byrd, Muscle Mover and his son, man. We moving on this day, man. You give us a call, man. Muscle Mover and his sons, man. We gonna come to a very affordable price to make this move. Give us a call, Byrd, Muscle Mover. Come on, son. Put that up there, buddy. Show them how to do it. Yeah.
Byrd Muscle Mover. Yeah, with his son, man. And a lovely Sunday, man. We doing a pickup and delivery, moving, clean outs. Anything that you need as handyman work, man. Give Byrd Muscle Mover a call. Very affordable.
Byrd Muscle Mover, man. We here. Show them your muscles, man. Show them your muscles, man. That's what we do. William Byrd III, and I'm the third. He's the fourth. I messed up. But look, this Byrd Muscle Mover's crew, man. This is what we do. We lift couches. Give us a call, man. We very affordable, man. Very affordable. It's Byrd Muscle Mover. Sitting down here and ask this furniture, man. Look at this table, man. I'm having a drink here because this is the best table I've ever seen in my life, man. Come down and ask this person or pick up deliveries, man. Call Byrd Muscle Mover. I'm telling you, man. I'm relaxing here, man.
Oh.
You always remember that. Byrd Muscle Mover.
Muscle Moose puts on the show after.
Hey. You move your furniture and do a flip for you.
Go.
What do you call? It's Byrd Muscle Mover. Doing a moving job. You give me a call, man. I'm very affordable, man. I'm telling you, I'm very affordable. We're going to get that moving job out for you for a very affordable price. You give me a call, pick up deliveries, anything that you need, man. You know we do handyman. Give Byrd Muscle Mover a call. Give me a call.
That's great.
That's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right. And you keep saying very affordable price, so it makes people ask, well, how much is he charging? Very affordable price, right? I hope you're not lowballing yourself, though. I hope you're getting everything you deserve, right? Because you're providing a service, so you need to get your money.
Amen.
So
I do. I try to work with people.
That's good. That's good. I mean, you obviously know how to price it because you've been able to expand, right? You've been able to.
Amen.
You own 2 trucks. I mean, that's not insignificant at all. and right. I think there's another company called Two Guys in a Truck that it started the same way. That's started the same way, and you're on your path. So before we get into what you tell your kids, how did you learn to do backflips?
Oh, I learned how to do backflips with my cousin. My grandma adopted some kids that know how to do backflips, and they showed me how to do it when I was 8 years old. And one day, I had a little friend came over, and I got excited, and I hit a backflip.
And it's just been one thing after another since then.
Right.
That's great. So how many kids? You said you have 5 kids. How old are they?
16, 12, 11, 8, and 5.
Wow.
That's great. So how are you was that your 16-year-old that was in the video?
Yeah.
And so he's obviously building out his muscles in the process here.
Yeah, right now he's playing football for Elton High School, and we've been training every day in the gym, and he's really good at football. He's going D1. 2 games, he had 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, and he's 6'1", 190, in 10th grade. Yeah, he's really good.
They ain't done wrong yet.
That's great. That's great. So how are you able to? I mean, are they out with you a lot on weekends and things when they're out of school?
Well, on the weekends, yeah. On the weekends, we usually do like family things, like play the game or go out to the parks and stuff like that.
But you
We'll
obviously
go to the YMCA. We usually went to the YMCA before the pandemic, but and go swimming and do all the extra stuff. But can't do that stuff like that.
right. But are you involving him in any other aspects of the business? Does he show an interest in learning how to market or talk to customers?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. He works with me on the weekends and sometimes during the week when because he's off on Wednesdays and he's working with me right now. And he usually make money to buy whatever he needs. And I tell him I will never give him money. He has to work for it.
Right. Absolutely.
That's a great work ethic. That's something that we need to teach everybody. You got to work for it. You got to work for it, but it can pay off. And if you pay well, and you give them that incentive, they can buy things and do all kinds of things that they wouldn't have otherwise been able. And they really appreciate it. I think in the end they really do appreciate it.
What do you mean if he pays well? It's his kid.
Yeah,
it's kids. I know. Yeah. I'm just saying that if you're doing something that pays well,
right? Responsibility, absolutely.
Yeah, responsibility. You learn to connect these things together. That's what it's all about. Absolutely. No, I'm interested also in sort of how the business also runs. You sometimes will be moving things. You're doing cleanouts, right? So do you have a partnership company that you do drop offs where you're taking the cleanout stuff and putting it into someplace can be recycled or otherwise? I mean, is there another company that you work with to take all that stuff?
Well, no, I just take it to the landfill.
Okay.
And or anything that's like good junk, like good furniture or good tools and stuff. I keep it and then I clean it up and resell it.
Okay. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's reusing its things in that way is becoming much more important. I think as we realize how much trash we make. Reusing things and recycling things is becoming more important. And that's why I was wondering whether or not you actually work with a recycler or something like that. So when you say you resell it, do you have another like a warehouse or a business that you sell things out of?
Yeah, well, I'm working with a lady out of Westchester. She has a store. And she has like a couple stores. And so what I do is just go drop it in her storage and she sells it for me and then we split the money.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and how much is like what kinds of things are there? Do you fix electronics or is it mostly furniture or something?
Yeah, just mostly furniture. We refurbish like tables, couches, and that's basically it. And then what we do is sell it. So what we do is paint it. If we got to paint it, we'll clean it up, clean the couch up with a special vacuum, get everything out.
Right. No, that's awesome. I'm interested also in how you find some of the staff and crew that you work with, out there. Is there anything that it's taken for you to find folks that are willing to work hard or interested in supporting the business in that way? I mean,
yeah.
Do you struggle to hire?
No, not exactly. I know a lot of people that need help out here, and I always told them before I even started the business, I will help out, help them out, get them a job, 'cause I know how I feel.
Right. Well, that's obviously really important. So I need to take a quick break. I got to do a little bit of advertising here for the radio program, and we'll come back and we'll talk some more. Is that all right?
Okay. What time come back?
About 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. Just hang tight. We'll be right back.
All right. No problem.
Hey, folks, I appreciate it. It's always good to have these conversations because I learn so much when I do. But one of the things that we want to talk about, because as you see in the beginning of the conversation tonight, is CMP Radio is growing. We're growing steadily. It's been around since 2017, and it's been a local internet radio station, but there are aspirations to be a regular broadcast station for the community of Chester, run by Chester folks, with participants with Chester folks, with Chester businesses. It is definitely shaking up the community, trying to use a common language around music and talk, and always presenting a family atmosphere for the community. It doesn't run itself though, and so I want to promote the station just for a little bit to let advertisers know, let sponsors know that this is an opportunity to connect with your community. As I mentioned earlier, CMP Radio has over 10,000 listeners that are regularly tuning in to the apps and to Facebook, and you can connect with your community if you believe in what Chester's doing. We certainly do. We want to connect your business and your organization with the residents so that you can all be connected here together. We ask you to consider sponsoring programs, and we're willing to tailor a sponsorship plan for your needs, however you might prefer it. There are lots of programs. There's a program guide now that's being developed. We're looking at adding additional programs. All of these are intended to provide great ways for you to connect, to present your business to the community in connection with one of the programs that are presented on CMP Radio. So we hope that you'll take a moment, go out to cmpradio.net. They are definitely cultivating mature positivity for Chester, and I invite you to be part of it right here on CMP Radio, and right here on our radio program. We love to have you, and love to have your inputs on other guests, other businesses that we should be interviewing and talking to on a weekly basis. It's a lot of fun. We talk about what people's aspirations are, and as you heard us talk about earlier with JP, this is an energizing thing for us to do. So I'm going to bring back Will, and let's talk a little bit more. Hey. Everything going okay?
Yeah.
So you're out at a demo site right now, right?
Yes, sir. Right down in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. So is there anything what kind of tools and what kind of things you have to be mindful of when you're going to be doing a demolition?
Usually I think I bring like some sledgehammers and sludge picks, and that's basically all I do. Demo the walls out.
Do you have to also, you're getting, big trash bins and things like that, or do you?
Yeah, I get utility bags. I bag everything up like that. So right. as I'm breaking down, I'm cleaning as I work. Right.
Shit. Is it mostly for renovations, or are they actually tearing buildings down, or?
Well, there's a realtor. She bought a house, and what she want to do is flip the house. So what I'm doing is tearing the walls down and then putting new drywall up for her and paint so she can make the house look good so she can sell it.
Oh, so you do all of that. You not only do the demolition, but you'll do the rough ends and the finish work as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. How many houses have you done like that?
This is the second house I've done like that.
Right. Yeah.
The last house I did bathroom tile.
Right. And so are you looking at in terms of expanding out, are you looking to build relationships with realtors or other construction crews, that need the kind of services that you're providing? Is that part of your plan?
Yes. I'm trying to do demolition, renovation, whatever I can do to help a lot of realtors out here that's tired of calling them big companies, charging them up many prices, where I can just be affordable and they can keep using me, and they can sell the house at a good, reasonable price.
Right. So other than the videos that you do on Facebook, what other things do you do to market and connect with folks?
Well, that's basically it. And then I do I got an account with Home Advisor, so they help me put me out there also and send me people. And that's how I get my business grow off of that. And then also, I have a contract with Bob Furniture and Ashley Furniture. So I do pickups and deliveries with them.
Awesome. And do you find Home Advisor, because I'm interested because I suspect that others. Sorry about my. I'm interested in, because other businesses, may want to, in the trades or other things, is it expensive? Is it difficult to be, a contractor with Home Advisor, or is it, are you finding a lot of good work coming through there?
Yeah. I think it's a pretty good site. I mean, they bring a lot of good people. It's not expensive to get signed up with them. I think it's a great place to bring other people to you,
Right.
clients to you. So people can try it out, get your business started, and get your business started, and then you got to take yourself and build your own self. And that's just basically how you do it. It's all about word of mouth and bringing great energy and being honest and helping people. Not trying to hurt people and
Right.
really make a difference.
And that's great. So in working on that value proposition, how about payment systems? Have you had to implement any kind of special payment systems?
No. That's why I make it so affordable when you ain't got to do the payments.
Gotcha. So it's basically just cash or checks and stuff like that. Keeping it simple. Do you also do like Venmo and Cash Apps and stuff?
Yeah, I do Cash App. I need to get on Venmo because a lot of people, I'm starting to hear a lot of people getting that now. Well, a lot of my customers.
Yeah, there's PayPal, there's Amazon Pay, there's Google Pay, there's all kinds of things that are out there. I'm interested in different businesses and what their strategy is, especially if you're doing sort of a retail kind of a business like that, to see what is the best way to receive payment in some way.
Cash App. I think Cash App is pretty good.
Pretty good. Oh, that's good.
I didn't try the Venmo yet, but I heard Cash App is pretty good. I mean, I do put Cash App is good. I never had a problem on it.
Cool. So if we have new customers, coming in, are there any deals that you're able to offer them on anything special?
Yeah, any old furniture that you're trying to get rid of, or if you need a clean out or you need a handyman, I can do that for you. Or you need a cooker, you don't feel like cooking that day, call me. I come in there and cook for you a nice meal. Or
do you do cookouts and barbecues and things like that?
Well, yeah, on my family time, yeah, I do that. Just now as my business, since I started my business, I just want to be like an all around type of guy, like a handyman / the guy that come out to help you move, help you clean your house out or clean your house. I want to be the all purpose guy.
Right. That's awesome. It sounds like you're keeping yourself, thoroughly busy and growing. What really is next? Are you just looking to expand the number of trucks that you have, or what?
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want a roll off business. That's what I want to start, so I can start dropping containers, and for people that don't want to use my service and want to use their own guys, and I can provide at least a container of my service for them. That's my next option.
To be able to lease your truck to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is my box trucks now. What I want to do is open up a building, start selling furniture. And then I want to do like house clean outs and take old furniture and fix them up and resell them. And, and for people that can't afford the new furniture, that's helping people. I believe that's helping people. And another thing I want to do is own a trash company. I want to be able to provide multiple jobs for a lot of people that have have felonies and stuff. I want to be able to help people that's having problems out here to keep a job. I want to be able to be that guy to help you make make decent money and be able to provide for your family.
Right.
And not get fired for stupid stuff, because I've been there. I want to be able to help people, help young men and even older men out there that need to provide for their family.
And are you going out to any of the jails or prisons or anything and trying to build up clientele and let them know what you need and make sure that they're trained up and they understand what they need to be ready to do when they get out and ready to help?
Well, we're not right now. That's just my idea, as I
Gotcha.
grow. Once I start growing more and I buy a couple more trucks, which I'm in the process of doing, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start reaching out to people that's in the jails, that's coming home and need help. And I
Right.
want to be able to be that guy to be able to help them and get on their feet and be able to provide and be able to be a access to the community. I don't want them to go out there and go back to jail because they can't get a job. I want them to come out there and know they got a future and be able to provide for their children, because there's children that need their fathers out here and need their parents, period. So
Right.
I don't want to see people struggle. I want God to use me to help other people. And I want to be able to help other people because other people need people out here and they don't have nobody. And I want to be that guy and be affordable for everybody that needs me out there. Hey, man, pickups and deliveries. If you need to go pick up a couch or you need to go pick up a refrigerator, call Byrd Muscle. I'm going to do it for a very affordable price. Handyman service. A lot of people having plumbing problems. I do that. Your sink clogged up, I'll go fix it for you. Stuff like that. You got kids, kids mess your household up, put a hole in your wall. I come fix that. Things like that, So I just want to be that guy where people will be happy and it won't be so hard on them.
So,
And I'm trying to hire other people that got good energy like me.
Absolutely. No, and I'm just wondering, how did you pick up all these skills in the different trades?
Through the years, my grandfather was a wealthy man. He had a trash removal company back in the day, and and then through the years, watching YouTube. My stepdad, he's a carpenter. I was working with him, and then just through the years, working different jobs, and then I took all this skill and and now I'm going to use it for myself.
Yeah, and train your kids and train the other employees that you're able to hire over the long term. I think your goal of trying to help those who've been really hard hit by something in their life is very meaningful, and I really applaud you for wanting to go after that. It takes a lot of dedication and skill to do that, and you've got to have the resources as you're obviously acquiring additional trucks, additional opportunities for different companies that you're working with. You've got to have a place for them to go, but you get all that, and that's what's so enlightening about your business plan here, that you've got a growth strategy. It's not just what you're doing right now. It's you've got a big vision for where it's going to go, and I think that ultimately the why of Byrds Muscle Movers isn't so much about moving stuff or getting rid of stuff. It's about helping people, right? It's helping people get what they need done at an affordable price and be able to make their homes a place where they really want to live.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to. I mean, I'm interested in what else you'd like to tell me about the fun that you've had. Tell me one thing. What's your most interesting move that you've ever done? What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to move?
Weirdest thing I ever had to move was a piano. It was awkward, man. It was heavy as ever, and one of my customers then thought that I could move it because I didn't have no help with me at the time, and my help called off. So I picked that whole piano up. I turned into the Hulk. Picked that whole piano up, and my customer almost passed out because they couldn't believe I picked that heavy piano up, and I couldn't believe it either. But I picked it up and put it in the back of my truck.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So you obviously work out in order to make sure you're in shape to do that.
Yes.
Is that's a normal part of your routine?
Yeah, early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, 3 to 4 in the morning, I'm at the gym, me and my son, and we're training, man. And I try to keep my body in shape and looking good and being strong. So when I'm doing this job, it don't bother me.
Right. Well, that's good. But of course you probably wear belts and other things that are also helping to make sure that you're not straining your back too much, right?
Right.
But you played football, but you weren't actually a gymnast. So is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how many backflips do you do in a week?
Oh man, I do about 6 or 7 backflips a week. I like
Oh,
doing backflips, man. I love it. I don't know why, but I just like doing tumbling, man. And I like when people watch me do it because it makes people smile because it's a hard thing to do.
right. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other interesting things that how far you said you go right down to Virginia or so what's the furthest away that you've had to go?
The furthest I went was Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. So I went down there and it was pretty nice drive. Um, one thing I do is like if my customer need to be moved, and that's another thing. The moving companies are very high out here today. Well, you call Byrd Muscle Mover, I'm very affordable. I'm very affordable to move. I don't charge high prices. I am very, very workable with the price, so we can do it together and be happy together.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, I think we're good. I'm interested in seeing how you grow. I want to see how you progress. I want to know more about how many trucks you have and all the customers that you have. But we're gonna sign off now. I think, let you go, get back to your demo work, and we'll talk a little bit about some upcoming guests coming up on the show here. But I really want to thank you for your time. It's been really, really educational, really enthusiastic to see somebody that's really dedicated, and you found your niche, I think, in helping people and connecting your purpose and your capabilities together into a business. And that's what it's all about, right? It's about figuring out what can you do and how you can make a difference for clients and customers. So I appreciate all that you're working on.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll take care. We'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Oops. Okay. So that's Will Byrd of Byrds Muscle Movers. Give him a call. Very affordable. No doubt about it. I wanted to mention real quick before we go. So next up, next week, we will be visiting with Rockdale Music and Studios right in Aston. He's going to tell us about the programs that they offer for training and other student development and music production capabilities right nearby in Aston. And I also want to mention that there's a special training opportunity coming up. You all may remember that we interviewed Entrepreneur Works in the very first show. Back at the end of March now, I guess it is. And they are now offering a special program called Start It, Grow It that begins on May 25th. It's a 6-week program that is very affordable. And I would strongly encourage, I'm already aware of a lot of the content of that program. They offer some both group and individual consultation, as it were. And I really want to encourage folks to get involved, because this is a great chance to learn the whole process that we talk about here, going through the business canvas and all the things that it takes to make a solid business plan, business proposal, developing a plan for finances, staffing, facilities, all of the things that you're going to need to consider, regardless of what kind of business. And so I encourage you to go out to the website. It's listed here on the page. This will also be presented on the Chester Masterminds Facebook page, and we will certainly encourage you all to go out and touch on that as well. But that's our show for this week. I'm missing my partner. I think there's something that happened to him. But in any case, it's great to have you all here with us. We invite you to, as always, to share other suggestions of folks that you'd like to have come out to be participating in the program. I'm more than happy to interview anyone that has the passion that it takes to be a startup, to start a small business. It's a great a great way for us to communicate and work together. So have a good evening, and we'll see you again next time.